Alright, on your next essay you're going to have to talk to me about fungi and plants. So, here are you some notes for fungi. Fungi, the reason you're writing a paper on it is because they were at one time classified in the same group as plants, but they were called non-photosynthetic because they're not green. Fungi are eukaryotic, you should know what that means. Heterotrophs, should know what that means, that have cell walls. Structure and function. The cell wall of fungi, unlike plants, is made of chitin, which is a carbohydrate that's found in the exoskeletons of insects. The food is digested outside of the body and then absorbed. And a good word to know is saprotrophs. Except for yeast, which are unicellular, fungi are multicellular. Multicellular fungi are composed of tiny filaments called hyphae, and here are two kinds of filaments. These hyphae either have little walls called cross walls that separate sections that either have one or two nuclei inside each section, or there are no walls and they're just lots of different nuclei in here. The bodies of multicellular fungi are composed of many hyphae tangled together in a mass called a mycelium. So you have all these hyphae in here, and all this mass underground and inside the mushroom is called a mycelium. This allows it to have a very large surface area, and so these spread out. So when you're walking in the woods and you see a mushroom, and then you see a mushroom next to it, those are not two different organisms. That's actually one organism that they can spread out over meters and meters. Most fungi reproduce asexually and sexually. Asexually, they produce a hyphae, or the hyphae can break off and begin growing on their own, or they can produce spores. And I'm sure you have seen the little ball fungi and stepped on it and saw all the black smoke shoot out of it. Those are spores, which can be released and grow into separate organisms. Or fungi can reproduce sexually, but there's not really a male and a female. It's called a plus and a minus to produce a new organism. There's a G word for that, and you can tell me. Okay, types. There's 4 kinds. We've got common molds, sac fungi, club fungi, and imperfect fungi. Connections to other living things and in their environment. They can be parasitic. They can cause infections and diseases in plants, animals, and humans. But they also have symbiotic relationships, mutual symbiotic relationships where they help. Lichens, which you've seen growing on the sides of trees and stuff like that, is a relationship between a fungi and an algae or another photosynthetic organism. And mycorrhizae, which is a relationship between fungus and the plant roots. And the fungus helps the plant roots in absorbing nutrients and water.